Jeffrey Dahmer was born in the city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on May 21, 1960 to his father Lionel Dahmer and mother Joyce Dahmer. Sometime in 1962, the Dahmers moved to Ames, Iowa so Dahmer's father could work on getting his PhD at Iowa State University. They lived at Hawthorne Apartments, now known as the Fredericton Court Apartments. In November of 1966, the Dahmers moved once more to Doylestown, Ohio. This is where Jeffrey Brothers David was later born on December 18th. In 1968, the Dahmers moved once more to Bath, Ohio. It was at this home where Jeffrey would spend most of his childhood and young adulthood. It was also at this house where Jeffrey began collecting roadkill and other animals to experiment on. Jeffrey would attend high school at Revere High School, located a short distance from his home. In high school, Jeffrey was an average student who was known as being a prankster. He even became the inspiration for a popular catchphrase among his classmates called "doing a Dahmer." One of his friends also stated in a memoir, the guy had a sick cloud of doom around him. On June 18, 1978, Stephen Hicks was attempting to hitchhike to Chippewa Lake Park, Ohio for a rock concert. Jeffrey spotted Hicks and offered him a ride. Jeffrey then invited him back to his parents' house where Stephen would become Jeffrey's first victim. Jeffrey would later spread his bones throughout the backyard. After high school, Jeffrey briefly attended Ohio State University for a semester in 1978. While attending school, he lived in Morrell Tower. Due to his excessive drinking, Jeffrey was expelled from Ohio State. Jeffrey then decided to join the Army. He was sworn in on December 29, 1978, and after training as a combat medic, he was sent to Baumholder, Germany, where he gained a reputation for being an excessive drinker and a violent drunk. On March 26, 1981, Dahmer was honorably discharged from the Army for his drinking. Dahmer then moved to Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, where he got a job working at a local deli and rented a room at this motel. However, due to his excessive drinking, he quickly found himself behind on rent and spent most of his few months in Florida sleeping on Sunny Isles Beach. In December of 1981, Dahmer's drinking had spiraled his life out of control and he was sent to live with his grandmother in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was at this house where Jeffrey would kill Richard Guerrero, James Doxeter, and bring the body of Stephen Toomey to later be dismembered in the basement. In January 1985, Jeffrey would get his job at the Ambrosia Chocolate Factory, now a vacant lot. He worked here until June 1991, 1 month before he was arrested. While initially the move seemed to have helped Dahmer stabilize his life, on September 8, 1986 at the Wisconsin State Fair, Jeffrey got an indecent exposure charge after urinating in front of fairgoers while blackout drunk. Dahmer would frequently visit many gay bars and bathhouses in the Milwaukee area, including La Cage, now known as Level. Club Bath Milwaukee, now a gyro restaurant. Club 219, now known as Wall Street Stock Bar. And the Phoenix, now an empty building space. Dahmer would frequently bring men to the Ambassador Hotel, where he would gain a reputation for drugging them in his room. This is also the location where Dahmer would kill Stephen Toomey, his second victim after Hicks. On September 25, 1988, Dahmer moved to his first apartment on North 24th Street. Although no murders were taking place here, this is where Jeffrey assaulted a 13-year-old boy. Jeff would soon move back with his grandmother in March of 1989. Sometime before 1990, Dahmer moved to his now infamous Oxford apartment. It's at this apartment where Jeffrey killed most of his victims. The apartment building was torn down in 1992 after Jeffrey was arrested. Jeffrey would also prowl Chicago gay bars like the L&L Tavern, which is still in operation. And Carol's Speakeasy, which is now a vacant lot. On July 22, 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer approached Tracy Edwards at the Grand Avenue Mall, where he was drinking with his friends. Jeffrey then offered an invitation to Tracy to come back to his apartment to watch a movie and maybe pose for nude photos for some cash. After joining Jeffrey at his apartment, Dahmer handcuffed Tracy and held him at knife point. Tracy managed to escape and flagged down 2 Milwaukee police officers who searched Dahmer's apartment and found the remains of 11 men scattered throughout the apartment. After being arrested, Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life sentences and later an additional life sentence for his murder in Ohio. Dahmer was housed at the Columbia Correctional Institute, where on November 28, 1994, Dahmer was murdered by fellow inmate Christopher Scarver while cleaning the showers. Dahmer's 13-year crime spree led to 17 dead teenagers and young men across 2 states, along with an unknown amount of young men drugged and assaulted by Dahmer.